What's up, my PT peeps? One Eyebrow back to talk about The Walking Dead and do another discussion about the Season 8 trailer, about some things we saw, about who was captured, who may die. Obviously, spoiler warning, if you don't want to know that information, stop watching now, or our thoughts, because these are potential things that may occur in Season 8, and I don't want to ruin it for anybody, but if you want to know, here we go, guys. So I watched the trailer again, and it's really good to watch the trailer in real time, and I just want to highlight a couple things. So if you watch the trailer, here's some things to look for. Now, who is the person in the shipping container? I believe it's Rick. Some people are saying Rick or Daryl. To me, it just jumps out as Rick. Can't really tell much here, but in this shot, it looks like Rick to me. Clearly, it's a white male. See kind of a beard, you know, straggly, longer hair. So that's why people are thinking that it's Rick or Daryl. But it would be crappy for Daryl to be prisoner again. So I guess they're doing the prisoner gimmick in Season 8 again. But to me, it looks like Rick. Clearly, it's somebody captured by the scavengers where the holes line up in the shipping container, and the shipping container's over there. And you see who's looking out with the eye hole and the eyeball. So clearly, it would make sense that would be Rick, right? And that's my early pick for who is captured. Now let's talk about the scene right here. I can't get a clear shot of who it is exactly in the middle, but in the middle right here in the red is a person of interest that is talking to Jadis, Brion, and Tamil. Though I don't know who it is. Well, at least 100% accuracy. To me, it looks like Eugene or someone like that, just based on the look. It's so far away that I can't make it out 100%. So look at that and tell me your thoughts, guys. As with all this, post your comments below. I want to know your thoughts on the discussion topics that we have here. But the shipping container, Jadis, Tamil, Brion, we'll see them at least early in Season 8. So hopefully it makes sense. You know, I want them dead, but we'll see. Then we have the scene right here with Tara. I initially thought she was on top of the highway road overpass, but the car is moving. If you watch the shot, it's moving, and I believe she's in the truck in the very front of the pack. So if she's in the truck, they would be the good guys leading walkers or saviors, right? I would assume it's walkers, but there's such perfect alignment that they're chained together or roped together or tied together that they're being directed, and I'm not sure how walkers would be directed that well, but to me it would make sense that they're bringing walkers to an outpost or the sanctuary to trap the people inside. Now with the walker chasing the bag, I see it as the walkers are going after something. They can be directed, they can be attracted towards something, and the walkers will be used as weapons in Season 8. There was more walkers in the preview than I've seen in all of Season 7. There weren't too many walkers, but I would think that the walkers will be used as weapons to go after the sanctuary and outposts. Now with the Jerry epic line of "You're a cool dude, Ezekiel," I would assume it's a final goodbye, as they're saying that they're in danger, and Jerry's saying, "If this is it, man, I want to let you know that I love you and you're an awesome guy, Ezekiel." But I think that they get saved by the one and only Shiva, which makes the most sense because Shiva saves Ezekiel in the comic, and why not Jerry as well too, right? But as you can see, she's surrounded by people, but to me they look like walkers, and that's how she dies in the comic. It's going to be sad. I would assume it happens early on in the season, maybe the first or second episode of Season 8, which sucks. Now people are telling me that Shiva is dead here and Carl is laying on top of her. I could see it, I cannot see it. To me, it doesn't make a difference because I know Shiva's going to die and it's going to be sad. But is Carl laying on top of Shiva here? I want to know your thoughts. To me, it could be wet fur, wet hair of Shiva, so the coloring could be off. To me, the coloring just doesn't look the same as orange for Shiva. Then we got a good shot here of the saviors coming towards somebody. I would assume it's Daryl, Carol, Morgan, and Tara from the scenes that they shot. If you zoom in there, you see the motorcycles, the Grand Am, motorcycles, Grand Am. You'll see it coming up after the explosion where Daryl's looking at the walkers. So just remember those cars, remember those scenes, and there they are right there. You see the same car, you see the motorcycle blown up. So Daryl, Carol, Morgan, and Tara blew up some saviors, attracted some walkers, so maybe that was a twofer what they had to do. Kill some saviors and attract walkers. Now you may have missed this subtle take on it, but they zoomed in on Daniel, and a lot of times when they do that in trailers like they did with Benjamin in Season 7, they killed him. And I think Daniel will die. He's to the left of Ezekiel in the shot here. You'll see if you watch the trailer again. So they're attacking someone somewhere. The saviors kill them. Now, who dies here? Probably some unnamed saviors, but if you know in the comic Richard dies by the hands of the Saviors, and I believe that Daniel may be the guy who takes his place. So Daniel may die. That's why they highlighted him a little bit more in the trailer, which is good and bad because the character may die, but he's got some more parts for season 8. Now, in those lines as well, let's talk about Eren. Eren is in the trailer a lot, which is cool. Ross Marquand is very cool. But let's look at the shot right here, the bloody knuckles. Now, is he bloody because he got into a fight with the Savior? Is he trying to rescue someone? I think Eric dies, his boyfriend on the show and the comic, and Eric dies in All Out War in the comic. So it makes sense that Eric will die. I don't believe Eren will die, but in this scene right here, definitely watch the trailer again. Look behind Eren when this scene comes up. Tobin, Francine, and Alexandrians are behind him, so they're going to attack the sanctuary or an outpost. But I believe Eric dies, and it really affects Eren for various reasons, of course. But you can see he's very upset. He's talking to Enid, and they need to get a win. So the Saviors won some of those battles and probably killed some of the people, and probably Eric. Now, after watching the trailer a second time, I noticed the Walking Dead logo came up at a very important part of the trailer, and let's look at the logo a little closer. It normally looks like this: decaying, blood, and as the seasons progressed, it got worse, the decay, and it was called a decaying logo. And in the trailer, it looks like this: brand new, fresh, a new beginning, they would say. Fresh and clean, a fresh start. So it came up, this came up, and then these scenes came up just like this. So it would assume that we're going to get the new beginning storyline in season 8, the second half of season 8. At some point we will get Comic Rick looking like this coming to the show, the Kane, the new beginning storyline. So All Out War will be completed. Not even a whole season of All Out War, probably maybe half a season, maybe a little bit longer, but I would assume we'll get at least 8 episodes of All Out War. So the first half will be All Out War and maybe a little into the second half, but we'll find out down the road. Can't wait, guys. So there you go. Let me know what you think of the stuff from the trailer. What do we miss? And what are you excited for season 8? So there you go, guys. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. I can't wait for season 8. How about you? The trailers got me more excited than ever. Check out my books on Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com. Fight for Us on sale now, books 1 and 2. Hit me up on Instagram and Twitter at the PT channel. We post stuff all the time. Check us out on Walking Dead community page and group on Facebook. We got a page and a group. All are welcome to join. And if you like what we do on this channel, hit that subscribe button today. Like, share, and subscribe. Spread the word of the PT channel. You guys are awesome, and thank you for watching.